Hey, we're here again. Miss us? We're talking about debt to income ratio because we keep saying debt to income ratio and how your loan is based off that and your rates are based off that. So Matt is going to talk about or explain how to calculate your debt to income ratio. Just a general math, it's like math class again in high school. So, okay, Matt, What is debt to income ratio?
Yes, your debt to income ratio is the total amount of debt that you have on a monthly basis divided by your gross monthly income. So your income before taxes. So I'm going to break this down as simple as possible. There's a lot more that goes into it behind the scenes, and there's different numbers involved. But for all intents and purposes,
this is just a general idea.
Yes. Most of the time, the debt to income ratio should be around 45%. Okay, there are exceptions where it needs to be lower, and there are exceptions where it can be higher depending on the loan product and the lender that you're working with.
If you have lower, is it good or is it hurtful?
The lower your debt to income ratio, the more you can afford the home.
Okay, right? So it's not going to hurt you. Okay.
Right, exactly. So the way that we calculate your debt to income ratio is we take your gross monthly income. So let's just say in this scenario it's $10,000 a month for easy math. And we look at all of your monthly debts, and we're talking about revolving debts. So not your cell phone bill, not your Netflix, your Hulu, revolving debts. So specifically car loans and car leases, credit card debt, the monthly payment on those debts, and we're only looking at the minimum monthly payment on the credit cards, student loans. We want to know, again, what's the minimum monthly payment due on the student loans. And it can get confusing because sometimes maybe your student loans are in deferment, and then, that's where you really need a professional to look at things, right? We're also looking at things like child support, alimony, back taxes, right? Okay. Those all play a factor.
So we'll just put etc.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'll write this in another, some information below so that, because I understand it's a little bit difficult to read on this, but still be easier to get to.
Yeah, okay. So, and then we're adding all these up, and we're adding them to your monthly mortgage payment, your projected monthly mortgage payment, and the total of all the payments can't be more than 45% of your gross monthly income. So in this case, $4,500 a month between your mortgage payment and any and all debt payments.
Okay.
Right? So as long as you're underneath $4,500 a month, then you would qualify for a new home. Let's say that all of these payments added up to $1,000 a month. That tells us that you can afford a $3,500 a month payment, and then it's up to us to let you know how that translates to a sales price, so you know where to start looking for a home and what you can afford.
Okay, perfect. So it's always best to meet with the lender before you actually go out home shopping. To understand this, because you think, I can afford that price payment, but it's whether you can get approved for that or not. So that's the key. And also, sometimes who wants that huge payment?
I know.
So I have people that can get approved for a $700,000 home, but they only want the payment of a $4,500 home. Or, you know what I mean, 40, yeah, we'll cut that.